Hi, I'm Jeanette Wayland, and I'm here to talk to you about how to sell your home. There's three major points that you should consider when selling your home. The first one is presentation. The second one is price. And the third is proof of success. So I want to go through these real quickly with you, but also I want to try to be thorough. So in regards to presentation, the number one most important thing in this day and age is professional photography and videography. But before we get there, often there are a few hurdles that we need to overcome. One of the main hurdles is curb appeal, and that is something that can be addressed with bright red geraniums, just a little yard work. Very often owners assume that they're going to need to invest thousands of dollars into their home before they can list it for sale, and that's not always true. So curb appeal is important, and also when we're in the home, we need to declutter. It's pretty easy to stack up a book that you know you're going to read, and then maybe that article, and I'll just leave my shoes here for now, and I guess I should throw that box out, but it's a pretty good size. Maybe I can use it when Christmas comes and I have to wrap or send presents. So it's just real easy, especially for those of us who were raised of modest means, to just collect things. Maybe we don't need them, but we're like, well, what if I need it someday? So I understand how easy it is to just sort of let things pile up. So we really want to just take time and declutter. A good step in decluttering is go buy a big garbage can for every single room. Just have it in there present and visible, and it'll remind you to start tossing things in the trash. You can also have a box set out for donations, but unfortunately I think people are wanting to donate stuff that maybe nobody really wants. So really think it through. Is it trash? Is it recyclable? Is it a donation? Or are you just trying to hold on to it because you just feel emotionally connected to it? So some of those things are okay too. If you're emotionally connected to something, don't let anybody pressure you to throw it away. Set it aside and take some time to think about it. Then we want to do a deep clean. And you know, we all live in our homes, especially now with everything that's going on in the world. We haven't left our homes. And so you're using the home more than you were when you were at the office. You're cooking more than you used to, you know, so you're cluttering more than you probably want to be cluttering, but that's life. So once you've got all that clutter set aside, bring in a housekeeping crew to just really give it a good once over and follow them around, hang out and watch them. Professional house cleaning is its own industry, and unless that's what you do for a living, you could probably learn something from the housekeepers that you hire. I know that I have. And then you want to stage. And staging is nowadays really all about minimalist in terms of items that you put out, number one, and also about showcasing the unique features that every home possesses. Again, owners sometimes think, oh, I need a new kitchen before I can sell, or I've got to redo that bathroom, or now's the time to put in the sprinkler system. And it's like, take a deep breath. Many of the things that you can do to prepare your home for sale are truly just rolling up your sleeves and digging in and doing some labor. When we're showcasing unique features of a home, and some of those would be, for example, if you have a single level home, or if you have a home with lots of natural light, or you've got a home with vaulted ceilings, or let's say you've got a huge kitchen, it's just never been remodeled. There is a way that your realtor, if you hire a good realtor, she can come through and show you with the proper staging pieces and a little bit of color here and there and a minimalist eye and thinking of how the camera and the photographer are going to want to see the home. That individual, your realtor, can help you showcase your home without sinking in the cash. Now, if your carpet is thrashed, you know, it's pretty inexpensive to get the carpet pulled out and replace it. So I would sometimes recommend that, but not always. So I think the most important thing is to, you know, have an appointment with a realtor. And I can do that with you. Now with everything that's going on in our COVID-19 world, we want to be really careful about our safety and our health. And so I can do many different ways we can communicate. We can have a telephone conference. We can set an appointment for a phone call. We can set an appointment for a Zoom meeting. We can set an appointment for a FaceTime where you walk me through the home and show me the features that you think should be showcased in some of your areas of concerns, and I can give you my feedback. We could do, Facebook has a great private message phone feature where you can call and get some FaceTime that way too. So there's a lot of technology out there that you may or may not realize is fairly easy to use, and I can walk you through if you want to have a meeting using some of that newer technology. Let's connect, and I can help you through that. So then another thing I want to say is that it's really important if you do want to meet in person, and I can still meet in person, but we do want to make sure that you're feeling comfortable and safe. So I'll follow the social distancing preferences that you have and those that are expected of my industry. And honestly, the differences in California, where I'm a licensed realtor and broker, and Montana, where I'm a licensed realtor, they're different, but at the end of the day, everybody is still focusing on what's working, which, you know, social distancing, washing our hands, wearing a mask if you feel that that's what you want to do, or if you feel that you would want me to wear a mask, I would absolutely do that for you. But sometimes there's no substitute for just a walkthrough and a face-to-face meeting. So I am available for that. The second thing we want to talk about, first was presentation. All that was presentation. The second thing is price. A lot of times owners will make this assumption, you know, I want to price it a little bit higher than what it might be worth because I want to leave that room for negotiation. And unfortunately, that doesn't really play out that way. What ends up happening is the home sits on the market, collecting days, growing, you know, stale. People sometimes start to develop a stigma, you know, an attitude of stigma towards the property. Why hasn't it sold? What's wrong with it? When the fact of the matter is nothing was wrong at all except for the price. So what I recommend is that when you hire your realtor, that she do a thorough analysis of all of the homes that are similar to yours that have sold within the last 3 months. We like to call them comparables, or comps for short. But the things that we look at are lot size, age of home, room count, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, any other unusual or unique amenities or features. How big is the garage? Is it direct access? How big is the kitchen? Those kinds of bones things. And then we have to consider the condition of the homes that recently sold compared to yours. Was the home that sold down the street completely remodeled? Is everything brand new? Did it have a marble bar in the kitchen? You know, and are you still working with your original condition? So those are some things that we need to consider. But once we figure out what your price is, your you know, sell it now price, I recommend pricing it right there or even a little bit lower. Because what happens is the minute we go live, people are like, excuse me, what is this house for this much money? I have to go look at it. And so we end up getting a ton of traffic through the home, which normally will result in multiple offers and pushing the price up higher. We can do a multiple counter, and it's just a great feeling to know that you've got a product that many, many people want. It puts you in the driver's seat, which is really where you want to be. So I so recommend against overpricing your home. At the end of the day, you're the boss, and we will price it for whatever you want it priced at. But I do recommend that if it sits for more than 2 weeks, we come back to the kitchen table and have a discussion about how to correct the price. Let's see what else. And then finally, proof of success. So we have presentation, price, and proof of success. Your realtor should be able to represent to you in writing all of the transactions that they have successfully completed. I don't know if you can see this, for other sellers where they've sold for more than list price, they sold it quickly. Hopefully you've got someone who knows what they're doing. An in-person meeting is really great for this part of the presentation, but maybe I'll get a little bit better about figuring out how to get it on video for people. This will really show you, I've got a realtor who actually is selling homes. And I'm not saying that a newer realtor shouldn't be considered, but when you are selling the most important asset of your life, and for many Americans, our nest egg is tied up in our homes or the real estate that we own. It's a really important decision. You should interview several realtors, and I can provide you with a list of questions that you should ask your realtor before you sign that contract. I appreciate your taking the time to watch my video today. I'm new at this, but I feel like it's a good way to communicate with my friends out there in the world who might have questions about how to sell their home. I'm Jeanette Wayland with Coldwell Banker in California and Montana, and I can sell your home anywhere for top dollar and lickety split. Thanks for your time.